Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I want to talk about this industrial farming article that came out by The Guardian here. I believe it was today actually that it came out. But what they're talking about is they're talking about the amount of disease that's going to be raised, basically, or be brought forth through backyard chicken operations. Now, we know like zoonotic diseases, so diseases that affect animal to animal, poultry, chicken to chicken, cow to cow, pig to pig. Those are far worse in confined area feeding operations. There's no argument about that. But what they're saying is because those are regulated, because those are controlled, you have a less risk of those pathogens making crossing species and cross speciation to humans. And so what they're saying is that basically that the long and the short is that a backyard chicken operation is more dangerous for the general public than a confined area feeding operation. Now, this is really interesting. But basically what they're trying to do here is they're trying to say that because you have backyard chickens, you're more likely to cause bird flu. Now, I don't know where bird flu ever started with backyard chickens like that. We generally always see this coming from feeding operations. So this study, I seriously question the validity of this study. Royal Society, published in the Journal of Royal Society Open Science. They acknowledge that the rapidly increasing consumer demand for meat and other animal products is posing a significant risk to humanity. So first they're hitting you with global warming, and now they're hitting you with, well, it's for the safety of everybody, where it's for the good of everyone. This is how they get control of the food. So this is, if I can convince you that it's unsafe for you to grow your own food, then all of a sudden I can be in charge of growing your food. And then I've got the real power, I've got the real control. So this is really interesting because this is the start of the regulation. First we publish the data, and then we add the regulation, right? Same way they did with like the global warming stuff, right? First they publish the data, and then they want to start adding in all these regulations. This is a way for them to try to control it, to keep the people producing the food in line with what the government wants them to do, and then they can control who that goes to from there. They want you to have to buy your food. They do not want you to be able to purchase, be able to grow your own food. So this is going to, this is kind of leading the way to, we want to ban private ownership of livestock. We want to make it so it's only commercial operations. You have to have so many head of cattle. You have to have, those cattle have to be vaccinated and vet controlled and be subject to regulatory inspections. So you listen to this quote: low-yield farms need far more land to produce the same amount of food compared with high-yield farms. That's completely not true. By definition, a confined area feeding operation is a low-area farm, and we can do that same thing here on an acre if I wanted to. We just don't want to because we don't agree with the ethics of it, and they stink. They're nasty. They're just gross places to be. So it's absolutely not true that that can't be replicated on a small farm. By definition, it can be replicated at scale and moving smaller and larger. And so the more land you have, the larger confined feeding operation you could have. This is simply a way to get it back into regulation and be able to control the food that you're doing, or that you're purchasing. So be very careful with stuff like this. I got it. They've got the science behind it. They've got a lot of people with a lot of numbers and letters behind their name doing this research and saying that, well, this isn't really safe for you to do anymore. The fact of the matter is that they just simply do not want you to be able to produce your own food, and so they're finding any link that they can. It takes a wild stretch of the imagination to say that me raising 10 chickens in my backyard is as dangerous as a confined area feeding operation when it comes to disease. All the diseases come from these confined area operations. They do not come from backyard chickens. They do not come from chickens that are getting sunshine and getting their natural nutrition from the ground, from the bugs, from the plants, eating the way that they're supposed to be eating. It does not come from that. So it absolutely is a reach. So I'm going to post this so you guys can see this article. You can see exactly what they're trying to spread, the fear that they're trying to spread, because fear is what drives regulation. And so they want those regulations to come into play to keep you from buying this food. So I really appreciate y'all watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you want more news like this. But this is just to get your food under control. So be very careful about the way you move forward with this stuff. Don't buy into this without doing a little bit of research on your own. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so, and we will catch y'all tomorrow.